Oh, first off, I want to. I have to do another. I made another mistake. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been having a lot of senior moments. I really have, and I really apologize. I was so wanted to make sure that I did things right. I even wrote his name down, and I still said it wrong. And my cousin was the one who pointed it out to me. I didn't see it until today. I did a video the other night, and I specifically said two names, and I said the wrong name, and I want to apologize to the family. I really apologized, especially to his daughter. Um, his name was Keith Porter Jr., and that's Keith Porter Jr. He was the first one that was killed before Renee Good. Okay, so I really apologize to the family that I said his name wrong. I did a mistake, and I apologize. I really do. Keith Porter Jr. was his name, and in the video I saw of him dancing with his daughters, I mean, it's just. I hope his daughters hold on to that video and realize what that really means for a father to love his daughters that much, to want to be with them. That's the one thing I miss my dad, because my dad liked my company, and I loved his company, and I think he loved my company too. But I miss him. I miss him a lot, and I miss my mom a lot. They were my heroes, you know. So yeah, Keith Porter Jr. and Renee Good again. However, I just, what the fuck is going on in this country? What is going on in this country? I just do not understand why we are allowing these thugs. They're not officers. They are thugs. These ICE, they're thugs. They're racist, white supremacists, white. See, I can't even speak as I'm so pissed off about all of this. I cannot believe that this is still going on and nothing is being done. Fucking Democrats, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? You're doing nothing. You are doing nothing. And there's so much that you could be doing, and you have no idea that your constituents would stand by you and be with you. But you do nothing. But there's only a few of you that will even speak up. And state police, town police, village police, sheriffs, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you allowing these thugs to? You're supposed to be your code, or your whatever you call what it is you call it, anthem or whatever it is to protect and serve the community. Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you doing that? I just. Now, I have to admit, I was kind of, I'm going to be honest. When I saw the video of the Native couple and the the DoorDash woman, you know, how they keep it, that they were going to let her go. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Do not do that. Do not tell this woman to go out with these people. Hold on to that woman. And they did. I guess they must have heard me, because they did. And then they did something that everybody needs to do. Everybody needs to do. And that is, do not allow them to do anything. Speak up. Stand up. Don't let them frighten you, because that's what they're doing. See, that's what they do. Like I said before, okay? Supremacists, they have two powers that they're very good at. And the one power that they're really good at, and that's intimidation. And we see it. We see it. How many times did we see people allow them to do the things that they're doing because they're being intimidated? But look at the people, and especially it's women. It's been women. It has been women that have been like, what? That woman in, what was it? It was, I think she was in New York City, or what it was, at the federal building. And she was from Jamaica, but she was a citizen of the United States, had been here years. She cussed that man. She cussed them out. Dared them. Dared them. But because she was not intimidated, they left her alone. She got on that elevator and was willing to get off the elevator to kick your ass. But they left her alone because she was not intimidated. And that couple, they did the same thing. They realized that they were being intimidated. And they're like, no, you're not going to intimidate. In my house? On my yard? No. Get the fuck off my yard. You have no right to be here. You have, and people, they have no warrants. They have no warrants. When you ask them, well, where's the warrant? Have you seen one ICE agent hand over a warrant? No, because they don't have it. They don't have it. Even the ones who break down doors and go into the house, they don't have it. So video, make sure you still got that video going, or you got somebody in there videoing. And just do not let them intimidate you. Tell you, no, I'm not going anywhere. Do you have a warrant? Do you have or you don't have a warrant? Then what do you think you're going to do? That's what they want. They intimidate. And when you do not intimidate them, when you don't accept it, they back off. A woman in Minnesota. She was, I think she was a Somalian. I know I'm probably saying it wrong. I can't speak, but I don't know. Anyhow, you know who I'm talking about. Walking on the street, they stopped her and asked her for her papers, asked her for food. And she was like, I ain't giving you, I'm a U.S. citizen. But they could tell by her language. She had an accent, so she wasn't born here. What they don't realize that there were some people who were actually born here that have an accent. Why? Because maybe their family around them may have an accent, and they've been around them for so long. Of course, they're going to start speaking like them. So you can't even use that as an excuse, but they do. But they heard that she had an accent. Were you born here? She goes, I'm a U.S. citizen. And I know I am not going to show you my papers. And they're saying, well, if you don't show us, then we're gonna put you in this car. And she's like, you ain't taking me nowhere because I'm a U.S. citizen. What it was she was not intimidated. Instead, she turned it around on them and intimidated the shit out of them. And the next thing you know, they left her and walked away. Where are your papers? Where is your warrant? I swear. These unbelievable. Unfucking believable. I'm sorry. I am just like I am so livid right now, and the only reason why I'm not going out is because of the way I feel right now. Because if I came across an ICE, they came across. They came across me, motherfucker, you're gonna get this upside your fucking head. And if you kill me, okay, fine. You know what that means? That means I'm going to a better place. I'm going to paradise. I'm going to be with my mom and dad. And I'm going to be with my creator. And with my ancestors. Okay, fine. Fine. But guess what? I'm going to take a couple of you with me. I'm going to hurt you. I will hurt you. I mean, this shit's got to stop. It's got to stop. And Democrats, you got to do something. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I heard that they're not even going to investigate what that Josh, whatever his fucking name was, who killed Renee Good. They're not even going to investigate it. They took her car. Now, they don't know whether Minnesota took it or whether the feds took it, but they took her car. I hope Minnesota's got it so they can do what needs to be done. But they didn't do anything at the scene. Nothing. He walked away. And now they got the fucking nerve to be got a GoFundMe account. And people are putting money into his GoFundMe account. Here I am trying to raise money for a house so I could get out of this camper I'm living in. So what do I got to be, a racist in order to raise money? Huh? What kind of people? Well, we know what kind of people. White supremacists. White supremacists are giving this man money. Just like they gave that woman who called that little black child the N-word. They gave her almost $1 million. And look at that other woman who made sure she let everybody know, yeah, I'm a racist, and you're an N-word, blah, 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 blah. And she ended up losing her job, but guess what she did? She did a GoFundMe, she got some money. What? And then there's a post on Instagram where this woman found out where Renee Good's son goes to school and is doxing. Now I know what doxing is. I always wonder what really is doxing. Now I know what it is. They're doxing this kid. They know what school he goes to. 6 years old. I hope his grandfather, who I heard, I'm not quite sure, but I heard he's a MAGA. But I hope I hope his eyes are open. Because what are they going to do? End up killing this little kid? Because of his mother? It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me. The way this freaking country is, it would not surprise me. Why would you do that? Why would you go on the internet and put that information on the internet? And then with the woman, the DoorDash woman, right? This other woman, a MAGA, gets on the internet and starts talking about, well, what she didn't care about her child. She left her baby in the car, but the woman didn't even have a baby. It was the family that she ran into the house. They're the ones that had the baby. But she's on there giving bad information, wrong information, saying that this woman had a baby, left her baby in the car. More bad information. I'm surprised Fox didn't do a whole thing on that. See, that's what happens in this country now. They take lies. What's that? 1984. I didn't even read the book, and I know that's what that's about. That's where they got turning lies into truth. And that's what the idiot does. That's what he's been doing. That's what he's been doing. I have a relative that he's a trumpet. I hate saying that word, but that's what he is. And he's on Facebook and talking about, Democrats don't know nothing, and they're bad and everything, and all, the idiot is what he doesn't call him the idiot, but I'm calling him the idiot. He's doing all good for the country and blah blah blah. And I was like, and so now they got this thing about, again, they bring up Biden, and hasn't Biden been gone since what, last year? He lost his election. He ain't even been there. He ain't been around. He's doing his own thing, right? But they always bring up Biden. Biden this, Biden that, Biden this, Biden that. Okay. Anyhow, they bring him up about his immigration, that he let 20 million immigrants, illegal immigrants in here. Come to find out, he didn't. It was actually, I think it was like 8 million. And then most of them got sent back. But they don't tell you that. They believe the lie that the idiot says. So this guy, I question it. So this other guy of my relatives, he starts telling me that I'm the asshole. So I said to this guy, why don't you Google it? Okay? Google it and find out the truth. That's what you need to do. Okay? That's what you need to do. Okay? But I know it doesn't really matter, because the truth can be right in front of their faces. But as long as the idiot said what he said, they will believe the idiot before they believe the truth. So it doesn't really matter. And then I said to him, your head is so far up the idiot's ass that it doesn't matter what I say. So fuck you too. I ain't heard from him yet. He hasn't said anything to me yet. And if he does, so what? I said my piece. I don't need to say any more to you. I mean, it's like, unfreaking believable. Unfreaking believable. And yeah, I'm wearing a red hat. And no, it does not say Make America Great Again. It says Make America Native Again. And I purposely got it red. But what I didn't know was where I got the hat from. I didn't know the guy who made my hat was going to do what he did. Okay? Because my sister had gotten a black hat that says Make America Native Again, and she gave it to me a couple of years ago. And I was like, yeah, I was like, she knew me, right? And what I love about that hat is that people, they would read it and they knew that it wasn't a red hat. They knew that it was a different hat, and they realized what it's, they knew what it said on it, and they would be like, nice hat, like, thank you, but then I decided I want to get a red one. So I went to it's called Lids, and I asked for a red hat, and I told him what I wanted on it. And he says, okay, it'll be ready in about a half an hour. I said, okay. So I went walking around. I was at the mall. And then I went walking around the mall, and I came back about I don't know, maybe 45 minutes later, because I went to do something. And so anyway, I go back, and he gives me the hat, and I look at this hat, and I looked at it, and then I looked at him, and he just kind of looked at me and just gave me this, like, smirk. And I was just like, and I started laughing, and I said, thank you, like that. And I gave him the money, took my other hat off, and put this hat on. What he did was, if you really look at it, you remember the old hats? He used the same font as an actual mega hat looks like. And I cracked up. I said, I wasn't expecting that, but I'm so glad he did that. I was so glad he did that. That was like perfect. Because now when people see me, a lot of people have at first they think I'm a MAGA, and then they look at it, and then they read it, and then they're like, now I have yet to have a MAGA person say something to me. They haven't said anything to me. But what I have had is people, and I'll tell you one thing. This woman, it was in Warbounds, not Warbounds, Stop and Shop. She saw me in Stop and Shop, and she was like, in here with MAGA hat on, all right? And she saw me a couple times, but then the last time she saw me, she realized what it said. So as I was at the checkout, and as I'm leaving the checkout, she comes up to me and she goes, I like your hat, but I want to tell you, when I first saw you, I thought you were wearing a MAGA hat. But then I saw you again, and I was able to really read it. And I was like, oh, good. She goes, nice hat. I was like, all right, good. And that's what I love, because most people, they don't, they read it and they automatically think it says that, and then they read it and then they're like, oh, wait a minute. And I can tell the people that really like are the ones that come up to me and say, nice hat. And they'll smile at me and go, So I know that they actually read it. So I love that. But I did it on purpose, because I wanted people to realize, okay, yeah, we need to make American Native again. Now, I know, I would love it. You have no idea, I would love it. I know that we can't get everybody can't leave. Okay. Even though it would be nice if they could. Okay. But I know they can't. But what I mean, when I'm saying make America Native again, I'm not talking about all white people, all black people, all Asian people, and all the leave. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if we go back to making America native again, well, at least do it, because we never had a chance to. Never had a chance to. Because as soon as the colonizers came over here, they stole the land, and then they killed us. All right, and then been doing that for 500 years. We're still here. We ain't going nowhere, but they're still trying to get rid of us. Okay? And they actually was trying to get rid of us because they did not understand our lifestyles. They did not understand the fact that, with how sacred things are, how sacred the earth is, how sacred the plants are, how sacred the animals are, how sacred, and everything is here for a purpose. And when we did our hunting, we didn't just hunt to extinction. We hunt to survive, but then we also thank the animals for their lives to feed us. Okay? We had ceremonies. Okay? To thank them. I mean, we didn't just do things to extinction. And that's the problem. That's why they came over here in the first place. Doctrine of discovery. Doctrine of discovery. These brown people, they're not civilized. They're not intelligent enough. They can't have this land. Even though we've been here for thousands, 15, 20, 30, 40,000 years or more. But yet we're not civilized, and we're not intelligent enough. And only white Christians can hold land and can take care of the land and do what's right on the land. Only we can, they can't. Yeah, that's the reason why you left Europe and England in the first place, because you took it to extinction. And you're trying to do the same thing here, now. And now you have the nerve to have these thugs. These thugs. You are kidnapping people. And putting them in detention. Hey, let's just say what they are. They're not detention centers. They're concentration camps. And then you're deporting them, not deporting them back to where they came from. You're deporting them to other places where they've never been before. They still don't know where, 1,500 people that were taken to, Alligator, Alcatraz? There's still 1,500 people. They don't know where they're at. They don't know where are they? And this shit is going on every day. And they're thugs. These are thugs. White, racist, uneducated thugs. And law enforcement, you're not doing anything. You're allowing them to get away with this. You're allowing them to get away with this. I have a meeting that I have to do later, and I'm gonna stop watching watching the news. I don't watch mainstream media. I watch YouTube a lot. So I watch Midas Touch and Red Nation and Don Lemon and Reese Waters. Reese Waters, he cracks me up. I watch him because he really cracks me up. He is very sarcastic, but he's very sarcastic in the it's like, yeah, man. But he cracks me up. He really does. And then I watched the two white ladies. I've had it. Oh, those two, Jennifer and I forget the other one's name. Her name just went right out of my head. But anyway, those two are hilarious. They're hilarious. And for white women, it's like cheese and bread. The things that come out of their mouth. It's like, it's about time. But of course, they're white women. White man don't. I have yet to hear a white man speak the way these white women speak. The one white man reporter that I thought would be like that is the complete opposite. The complete opposite. And I'm like, what happened to you? What happened to you? And I'm talking about Chris Cuomo. What the hell happened to you, Chris Cuomo? When you were on CNN, when you and Don Lemon were on CNN together, I used to watch you almost every night. I used to watch the two of you. Because I thought you two were so... First it would be Chris and then Don. Or it was Don or Chris or whatever. But anyway, I would watch the two of them. And I thought they were great. Don got better. Chris got worse. What the hell happened to you, Chris? I don't even watch you no more. I don't care to watch you or hear anything that comes out of your mouth. When I do, I'm like, really? Really, Chris? What happened to you? Now Tapper, or whatever his name is, he's getting better. He's getting better, but he's got some work to do too. His interview that he did with Christina, that could have been a whole lot better. He could have did better. All right, he really could have. But he's I guess you can say he tried. He did some good points, but he could have really got her. He could have got her so good. I could have did better than that, but I couldn't have did it because I would have slapped her. I would have hit her. I couldn't. I couldn't even be in the same room with that woman because I would attack her. Now I know why South Dakota doesn't want anything to do with her. I think it was South Dakota. One of those Dakotas, South or North Dakota, whatever. Because she's a piece of shit, actually, is what she is. But the Department of Justice is just, and the Civil Rights Unit, I mean, whoever that woman is, who's the head of the Civil Rights Unit now, with the DOJ, she needs to go. She needs to go. But the thing of it is that I'm realizing is that as long as these people are ahead of the things that they're ahead of, okay, a lot of shit is not going to change, but it's not changing mainly because the Democrats aren't doing anything. The Democrats are not calling them out. And if you can't do it on mainstream media, then go to the other outlets. Fuck the mainstream media and go to the other outlets. Go to Red Nation. Go to Don Lemon. Go to I've Had It. Go to Midas Touch. Go there. Talk about it. Be heard. Roland Martin, go there. Reese Waters, go there. Go to the damage report. I'm not I used to be a TYT fan, but I'm not, because Zinc and Anna, they kissed the ring. They kissed the ring. All right. And now whatever comes out of their mouths, I don't believe them. I just don't believe them. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't. Not anymore. But the rest of them, I'm still with you. Dr. Richie and the damage report and JR. JR is great. JR is awesome. Watch list. Awesome. He cracks me up. And he is so tell the truth. And Tennessee Brando or what, he is awesome. He's another one. That man, I love him. Love him. Does not hold back. I love people that just come out of their mouths and tell the truth and is not afraid to speak the truth. Yeah. But it also gets to the point where I can't watch it, because I know they're gonna show. And oh, Jolly Good. Oh my God, that man is he is so good. He is so good. But he reminds me of Bob Zellner. Bob Zellner was one of the first white men that walked with Martin Luther King. Was part of Martin Luther King and the whole SNCC and all of that. He was there. He was there. And not only was he there, but he was there for us, for the Shinnecock people. I mean, they broke his arm. Him standing up with Shinnecock, they broke his arm. Okay? And he's standing up for us. So, Bob Zellner, love him. Love him. If you want to see a really good movie that Spike Lee did with him, Son of the South. I know it's on oh God, I know it's on I can't remember the name of the streaming, but look for it. Son of the South. It's the story of Bob Zellner. But he reminds me of, because Bob Zellner tells that his father and grandfather were KKK. But he didn't go that way. He went the complete opposite. And I think his father changed. His grandfather didn't, but I think his father finally changed over. But, and he's, and the same with Jolly Good. He grew up with the KKK, racist. He admits it. But he didn't go that way. He went the other way. He went the good way. See, that's what I said the other night. I said that, we have choices, and we could choose whether we want to do good or whether we want to do bad. Okay? And those two white men decided to do good for everybody. Not just for the white race, but for everybody. Okay? And Jolly's one of them. And he cracks me up. Because he don't hold back. He don't hold back. There's a video of him talking to the ICE guys who's got on the camouflage. You know, he was in the army. He was in Iraq and I think it was Iraq and Afghanistan. He did what, 16 years? He was in the service. He's a veteran, okay? And these guys are walking around with this camouflage stuff on, and he questioned them. He said, "Were you in the service? What the fuck are you wearing that uniform for?" I fought, okay? I fought for this country. What did you do? I mean, he just, oh God, it was really good. It was really good. It's really good. So he's another one. I mean, there are so many that are out there that they're paying attention and they lived a lot of stuff. Okay? And it means a lot. It means a lot because it makes me realize that, you know, yeah, bad can turn to good. Okay? And especially when it comes to being racist. It really means something when it comes to being racist. Okay? Yeah. And unfortunately, that's what this country is. It was founded on it. It's been dwelling in it ever since. Ever since. But now we have someone that is. I don't know. I don't know what it is that this man's got because he lies so much. But he did the one thing that has enabled him to still be in office, to get elected and to still be in office. He's been able to turn his lies into truth. And that's why he does it all the time. I don't think I don't think he's ever tells the truth. Unless he's talking about himself. And then he tells the truth. Listen to him. Listen to him. Because he does tell the truth when he's talking about himself. But pay attention to him. Like the other night. He was talking about how he made over $3 billion. He's like, he said, how much did I make? $3 billion? That's chump change to these guys back here. And he's talking about the corporate execs. He said, oh, that's chump change for them. Really? Yeah. You made $3 billion, and you're supposed to be the president. Now the president is only supposed to be making what they make, what, $200,000 a year, maybe, or something like that. That's all they're supposed to be making. They're not supposed to be making anything else. They're not supposed to be doing anything else. That is written as being president. Okay? But that's also written as being a congressman and a senator. They're not supposed to be doing that. But yet, how many do you know? And I'll give you a very good example. And I'm talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Went in with a net of $200,000. She'll be retiring with over $25 million. And that's in 6 years. She did that in 6 years. $25 million. And you're going to tell me that she didn't do anything under the table? And it's not just Republicans. Democrats did the same thing. Look at Pelosi. Pelosi did the same thing. Okay? Other Democrats did the same thing. The corporate Democrats. Progressives can't do that. They haven't done that. AOC, Jasmine Crockett, all of them. The four women, women of color. They're all progressives. They didn't make any money. Stansberry, she didn't make any money. Jamie Ruskin, no. Nope. You have a couple more. Eric Swalwell. Nope. And if they did, call them out. Call them out. Jeffries, Speaker of the House, or the Democrat, top Democrat in the House, Jeffries, APAC. Yeah. Schumer, APAC. Yeah. Booker, APAC. Got a couple of them. Why do you think Israel does? And I'm not talking now. I want to say this. I'm not talking about the people. When I say Israel, I'm talking about IDF and Benjamin Netanyahu and his regime. That's who I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the Israeli people, because they don't want him. They want him out. They demonstrate against him. So, and at the UN, the only country that does not vote against Israel, guess who? I'll give you a hint. Idiot. Good hint. But yet we send them billions of dollars. Not thousands, not even millions. Billions of dollars we send to Israel. But yet we can't have health care, we can't have free school, free college. No, we can't, none of that. We can't have none of that. And housing? Oh, please. We can't have good housing. Affordable housing? Nah. We can't have none of that. Nope. No, we gotta take our money and give it to Israel. And who else did we give billions of dollars to? Was it Venezuela or Argentina? Which one of them did we give $40 billion to? First it was 20, then it went up to 40. But yet we didn't have money for food stamps. And we had to shut down the government. Yeah, okay. And that was the Democrats' fault. Republicans had nothing to do with it. That was all the Democrats' fault. Really. It was. Actually, it wasn't. The bad part about it was there were some Democrats that decided, oh, I'll go along with you guys. Stupid. But it is what it is. It's over with. We have the governments open, but what is the government doing? What's the government doing? Oh, that's right. First off, we were supposed to have gotten $5,000. Everybody was supposed to have gotten $5,000 last February. Remember that? I'm sure you all don't remember that, do you? Oh, yeah, that was what the idiot said. He was going to give everybody $5,000 because of what Elon Musk was doing with Doge. They had found all this money that they could come to find out. They didn't find shit. But yet they took money away from a lot of people and stopped people getting their Social Security disability payments. Yeah, cut me off. Cut me off. With some mean excuse. From 2022, 2023. And here it is 2025. Come on. Come on. So we were supposed to have gotten $5,000. Yeah, okay. And then the veterans were supposed to have gotten $1,776. The same as 1776. You get it? 17, right? Yeah. I don't know. Did you guys get it? Veterans, did you guys get it? Please let me know in the comments whether you got that 1776. Please let me know. I'd like to know. Because you deserve it. But come to find out, that had nothing to do with tariffs. You were supposed to be getting that money anyway. It was earmarked to you guys anyway. So you should have got it. But it had nothing to do with the tariffs, and it had nothing to do with the idiot. That had something to do with Biden. But they don't talk about that. No. You can't say that. We have to say it was us. Yeah, okay. All right. Oh, but then we were supposed to get $2,000. So altogether, the American people were supposed to, just the American people were supposed to get $7,000. $5,000 in February and $2,000 now. And then the veterans were supposed to get $5,000 plus $1,776 and then another $2,000. Did anybody get that? Right? And the two, one was because of Doge. The other was because of tariffs, which is also because of what the $2,000 because of tariffs, because we made so much money, trillions of dollars of money for the tariff. Give me a fucking break. What is it gonna take for you guys to realize that this joker is nothing but a liar and has been doing nothing? His whole administration has been doing nothing but lying. Unbelievable. But yet they have money, $8 million to pay these thugs to kidnap, rape. We already know of two, but there's been more. They just don't talk about it. We just haven't heard about it, but we have heard about two. And I know I told you about two the other night. Okay, the woman that was taken into the porta potty. We haven't heard any more about that. And then it come to find out it was a Somalian woman who was zip-tied and then raped by ICE agents. A couple. 3 or 4, might have been 5 or 6, but it was more than 2. I haven't heard any more about that either. What is it going to take? What is it going to take? I can't wait to stop feeling like this. I can't wait to not have to do, because I'm going to be doing these videos. Okay? Because I'm not just doing these videos for you. I'm doing this for me. Okay? To take it off of me. Take it out of my head, off of my chest, out of my heart, out of my soul. And I'm hoping that being that I'm putting it out in the universe, that something will be done. If I get to one person that says, you know what, I gotta Google what she's talking about. I gotta find out what she's talking about. Please do. Because I'm just repeating things that I hear from other reporters and other stories that I hear that I believe to be true. Why? Because they researched it. So I don't have to. So all I gotta do is say these things. But I can feel it in my soul. I can feel it in my heart. And it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. And then I realize as to why I'm not out there. Because if I was out there, I might not be sitting here. Well. Okay, I guess it's time for me to go. I post this on Facebook and on Instagram, but it doesn't play all the way through because I talk too long. Sometimes these last like an hour, but I'm sorry, that's just how it is. It is what it is. But I'm tired. And I know you guys are tired. I know people are tired. And we're getting up to here. A lot of us are already up to here. And I don't know how many are up to here. But I'm like up to here. Let's say I'm about here. Alright, so I got a little bit more to go. A little bit more to go. And I'm praying not to go. I almost snapped the other night. When I heard about these two women that were raped. It really, it hit me. It just, I was like, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And then I was watching, they had these videos of people being attacked. By these thugs. And how I wish I could have just knocked these guys on their asses. This is one time I wish I did take those karate classes. And yeah, they probably would have arrested me because you're not supposed to do that. But you know what? I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care. I do not care anymore. Because you don't care about me. You would rather shoot me and kill me. So guess what? If you're going to do that, I'm taking you with me. Like I said, I'm taking you with me. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Like I said the other night, I want peace. I want to do this peacefully. And it's not just for us, but for our children, so that they know that it can be done. But somebody posted something today on Instagram that was it was like, yeah, this country was founded on violence, and it has been violent ever since. We have been in wars, not only with ourselves, but with other countries, and then back to ourselves, and then back to other countries. It's like, that's all we do. That's all this government does. Is want to be in a war. And I want you to think about something. I'm going to leave you with this thought. That this country gets so upset with Russia, with South Korea, is it South Korea or North Korea? North Korea, that the fact that, nuclear, with this nuclear weapons and stuff like that, right? We get so, oh my God, it's like nuclear. I want you to think about something. Who built the first nuclear weapon? Matter of fact, they built two. And who used it? Who used it? It wasn't Russia. It wasn't North Korea. It wasn't Japan. It wasn't Iraq or Iran or Afghanistan. It wasn't any of them. I wonder who it was. I want you to think about that. I wonder who it was. And now we have an idiot who has his finger on it. We need peace. We need peace. So our children don't have to worry about it. So our children do not have to worry about it. So our children can actually come together and learn from each other. Learn from each other. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? That's my prayer. That's my prayer. Okay. If no one has told you that they love you today, I love you. I love you very much. I may not like you, but I love you. Peace and blessing. And musky hours.